Can Doey the Doughman be trusted in Poppy Playtime Chapter 4? In the Chapter 4 gameplay trailer, we're introduced to a new character named Doey the Doughman, a new ally that will be joining us in the darkest adventure in the Poppy Playtime series. When looking at Doey, he is a plump dough creature made of a Play-Doh-like substance of many colors. His most unique feature is the yellow, orange, and red colored dough on his belly, forming the pattern of 3 bendy arms reaching towards the center of his stomach. We'll touch more on this pattern later. Though not much is known about his personality, he appears to have a friendly and rather playful demeanor, but also acts serious when he deems it necessary. We see him display this near the end of the gameplay trailer when he says this.
Hiya there, pal! Follow me.
After extending his hand out and offering to help us in our adventure, it seems like Doey is someone we can trust, right? Well, that's where you're wrong, because while Doey seems like a friendly character, his friendliness is there to mask his true intentions that will lead him to betray us, Poppy, and Kissy. To understand why we shouldn't trust Doey the Doughman, we need to look at a few scenes from the Chapter 4 gameplay trailer. Let's start off with this scene. In this scene, we see pieces of colored Play-Doh dropping on the ground. The colors that we see are orange, yellow, red, and light blue. The orange, yellow, and red Play-Doh pieces actually hold meaning. If we take a closer look at these artworks that Mob Entertainment made, we can see Huggy Wuggy, Mommy Longlegs, and Catnap are all holding numbered candles. These candles represent the chapters that they appear in. What's interesting about these pictures are the colors of the candle's smoke. Huggy Wuggy's candle smoke color is orange, Mommy Longlegs' candle smoke color is yellow, and Catnap's candle smoke color is red. These 3 colors match perfectly with the colors of these 3 Play-Doh pieces and the pattern of the 3 bendy arms that we see on Doey's stomach. With all this in mind, you're probably wondering, what does this mean? Well, we know that Huggy, Mommy, and Catnap are all villains in Poppy Playtime. If we take a look at the Chapter 4 Steam page banner, we can see Doey is set up in the spot where the main villain would usually be. Also, in this image here, we can see that Doey has absorbed a Mommy Longlegs toy and a Catnap plushie into his arm, all while he reaches out for a Huggy Wuggy toy. So, going back to the light blue Play-Doh piece and seeing how it's near the orange, yellow, and red Play-Doh pieces, this tells us that Doey will start off as our ally and somewhere around near the end of Chapter 4, turn evil and betray us. This is evidenced by this line that we hear from Poppy in the gameplay trailer when she says, "Lie to me!" So it makes sense that after Doey betrays us, Poppy would say this to him. It's possible that in this scene where Poppy is saying, "Hurry, let us in!" is where the betrayal might take place. Another thing to consider about Doey's betrayal is that at the beginning of the Chapter 4 gameplay trailer, we hear Doey the Doughman's theme song playing. And if you recall, enemies like Mommy Longlegs and Pianosaurus also have their own theme songs. So Doey's theme song implies that he's going to become our enemy in Chapter 4. So why would Doey betray us and what are his true intentions? To answer these questions, we need to turn our attention to this scene right here. In this scene, we can see red smoke and a trail of Play-Doh pieces on the ground. For those who don't know, the red smoke is a semi-hallucinogenic sleep-inducing gas produced in Playcare's gas production zone. Playtime employees used it to put children to sleep in Home Sweet Home at night. However, on several occasions, the smoke can also cause those who inhale it to have intense nightmares and hallucinations. So the fact that the red smoke can create hallucinations and that we're seeing the trail of Play-Doh pieces in a room filled with red smoke tells us that Doey's actions at first glance aren't very suspicious at all. But in reality, his playful demeanor is nothing more than a hallucination that's leading us into a trap. That trap being the Doctor, aka Harley Sawyer. So you may be wondering, why would Doey lead us straight to the Doctor? Well, the answer actually lies in this scene right here. In this scene, we see a mural that says Safe Haven, along with drawings of a bunch of sad toys being surrounded by Doey's arms of safety. From seeing this, it looks like Doey is a guardian of some sort to the toys that he protects in this safe haven. But is that really the case? Because if we look closely at this mural, we see 2 pieces of writings that say "We are safe" and "I'm scared." The first writing, "We are safe," is most likely being addressed by Doey. As for the second writing, "I'm scared," is definitely being addressed by the sad toys in this mural. If these toys were really safe, then they wouldn't have much to worry about, except for Doey's rules. Keep in mind that in Chapter 4, we are heading to the prison where all these experiments were held, and Doey himself was once a prisoner. However, Doey would not be a prisoner of Playtime Co. forever, as when the prototype executed the Hour of Joy, it resulted in a vast massacre across the whole factory, targeting both the guilty and the innocent. This massacre is what freed Doey and the other toys from Playtime Co.'s ruthless torment. While the torment itself was put to an end, it didn't grant the toys the one thing that they desired most: freedom. Although the toys had plenty of food to eat on, that food being the dead corpses of Playtime Co. workers, it wouldn't last them forever. Once they ran out, some of the toys resorted to cannibalism to survive. For those who didn't follow this method, it was no longer safe for them to traverse the factory while they were looking for food, especially since now they become targets themselves. This is why we hear Doey say this line from the gameplay trailer.
Haunting us starving us.
With some of the toys becoming ruthless savages, this would motivate Doey to create a safe haven for the toys that wish to avoid being hunted down. However, those who were part of his safe haven would have to abide by his rules. Anyone that didn't abide by his rules would be casted out of his safe haven. This would explain why we see sad faces on the drawings of the toys. While they are safe, they're scared of breaking Doey's rules and the dangers that lurk outside the safe haven. However, this fear wasn't always the case. Perhaps back then, both Poppy and Doey managed the safe haven together. However, there were probably times where Doey and Poppy didn't always see eye to eye on the rules. Poppy could have come up with a plan to help free the other toys, but Doey didn't agree with her plan. So when Poppy left and never came back to the safe haven after getting captured and placed in the glass case by the prototype, Doey believes that she abandoned him and the others. This abandonment would result in Doey taking charge of the safe haven and telling the other toys that Poppy abandoned them. Doing this would give Doey more authority and praise. This is probably why we see the Poppy drawing with an ant on top of it near the mural. Doey, who was once a prisoner himself, has now become a warden who rules his own domain, making sure nothing threatens his safe haven. However, there is one person that Doey sees as a threat to his safe haven: us. So why would Doey consider us as a threat? The answer lies in Sawyer's all-seeing eyes. Sawyer could have easily shown Doey the footage of us siding with Poppy and killing the other toys, conveniently leaving out the parts where they showed aggression towards us. This is likely what Sawyer used to manipulate Doey to turn him against Poppy and us. This is where the Doctor would propose a deal to Doey. In exchange for his cooperation in capturing us and Poppy, he can secure his rule over the safe haven. Doey will only accept this deal due to his intentions of keeping the safe haven safe his way. After he accepts this deal, Doey will go about pretending to be our ally and help us out in any way possible, all while using his friendship with Poppy as credibility. This facade, however, is only there to lead us to our demise at the hands of Harley Sawyer. With all this in mind, that's why Doey the Doughman cannot be trusted in Poppy Playtime Chapter 4. And with that, this brings us to the end of this theory. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys agree with my theory, or if I missed anything on Doey the Doughman, let me know down in the comments. And if you guys enjoyed this video, I really appreciate if you could leave a like down below. And of course, if you want to see more videos just like this one, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications so you won't miss out on any of my videos. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay safe, positive, beat it for another, and remember, the grind never stops, and I'll see you guys in the next one.